750 Bonneville oil change. Before you do anything, have a good clean around, especially all the fillet and drain plugs, making sure you're not going to get any more dirt and grit in the system than you've already got. And also loosen off all the filler plugs. That includes on the primary case there, back of the crankcase, right in there you can just see, and obviously the one under the seat I know about, which is that one there. Just make sure you can get them undone before you take any drain plugs out. Last thing you want is to drain all the oil out and not be able to get any back in. And the next thing we'll do, we'll get the bike fired up, get it up to working temperature, nice and warm. Right, the bike's now up to temperature, so oil's nice and warm, so flow a bit easier. Do the 5/8 nut. I've let it sit for a couple of minutes as well to let the exhaust cool down. Also need to take out the crankcase plug, inspect the filter. Shouldn't get a horrendous amount of oil out of it, probably about a cup full. And let's not forget the primary, where oil goes all over the exhaust. Won't be a lot in here either. A little drip. And we'll just leave those to drain for now. Now I need to remove and inspect the frame gauze filter. Just 1/2-inch screws on the bottom. Swing that down out of the way, lovely. Give that a check. Gauze filters out, we'll just give them a quick inspection before I clean them up. But I can just see it there, bit of sludge, but that's it, it is sludge. There's no big chunks of metal in there, so I'm happy with that. Same with that filter on the sump. All good, so I'll give them a clean up and get those back in. I've got a new O-ring on the front gauze filter, so we'll get that back in. Crud off it. Just need to get rid of a lot of this instant gasket stuff that's left on here. and we'll come back when I'm done. Right, I noticed when scraping off there's quite a few high spots, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to run it over an oil stone just to level it out a little bit, just to help the gasket seal. So you start to remove some of the high spots. Another quick going over. That's a bit better. Right, somebody obviously thought that 2 copper washers would have done. I haven't got any copper washers that will actually fit that, so what I'm going to have to do is anneal one of those and reuse it. So we'll go through that. Pot to fire, get it cherry red, quench it. That's all it needs. Time for the gaskets. Very light coat of Hylamar. You can see it's a very light smear. Any excess that's in there. Pop a gasket on. Again, light coat Hylamar. On there. The gasket on top and one last coat of Hylamar, and then we can put the whole thing back together again. Oops. Right, make sure the oil spigot's facing to the front. Then I can manually watch it. You're not having to boat, are you? But at least have a quick wipe round. Right, I loosened this off earlier. Make sure it's immaculately clean, otherwise you end up with a load of crap in the crankcase. And you stick 5/8 of a pint of oil in there. Easiest way I've found to do it is with a syringe. Right, so we've got a new O-ring on. Right, so primary case will be 150 cc's, so 2.5 syringe for each full, if it's a 60 cc syringe. That will level itself out because there's a cross drill in it, the crankcase. And now 4 pints of oil into the tank. Quick level check on this one. No dipstick on this bike. Another way to do it, stick your finger in, get a bit of oil on your finger, it's right. What we'll now do, seal everything up, quick check for leaks underneath, then we'll fire it up and make sure the oil's flowing. Just checking we've got an oil light on, which is a good sign. Oil pumping through there, which is a good sign. Quick check for leaks. Right, after you check for leaks and stuff, final level check. It's a little bit low, so I'll just add a little smidgen of oil to that. I can just see it, and all is good in the world.